Cooking Hot Roofer here. So what I've done today is I've got some chicken thighs and I stuck them in hot water because they were frozen like an hour and a half ago. And I realized that I used, hot water, but they weren't thawing out fast enough because they were clumped together. So what I did was I stuck them in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes and I've basically taken off the skins. So there's my chicken right there with no flavor, no nothing. And then there's my skins, and we're gonna use mushrooms. And I'll explain to you what the skin is for and the mushrooms in a little bit. But first, I'm gonna put my chicken back into the oven. So what I'm doing is I'm putting just a little bit of tomato sauce into each mushroom here. I'll show you here. There we go. Just a little bit in each one. And I've kind of moved the mushrooms around to try to get them to all fit in here because there's 11 mushrooms here and it's a smaller pan. But as you can see, what I've done was the chicken skin is underneath. So now my mushrooms won't burn and they'll get like they'll have a crispy top to them and or bottom, however you want to look at it there. But yeah, I'll come back and I'll show you some more. So what I did was I chopped up the chicken because it's practically done, right? You see it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little piece of chicken on each one over the mushrooms. And then I'm going to bake that for about 15 minutes. And that'll make the mushrooms, because of the skin, that'll make the mushrooms a little bit crispy. And I'll get back to you and I'll show you more about that. So I also forgot to mention that I did add a little bit of chili. Chili peppers to the mushrooms, just a touch, pinch in each one, just to give it a little bit of spice. So what I'm going to do now is take this and put it right back into the oven. And with the chicken and the chicken pieces, I'm going to show you something. Be right back. So this is what I'm going to do. 1.5 cups of water. Throw that in there. And I'm going to let that boil. And then I'm going to add just about a cup of rice. 3/4 cup, give or take a little bit. And I'm going to mix the rice and the chicken together. All the flavoring from the chicken will get into the rice. And I can add any spice that I want to it now. Because now it's a clean slate. And I can do what I want. I can add chilies. I can add oregano. I could add rosemary. I could add cilantro, parsley, salt. Even dill, whatever you want. I could add Italian seasoning, curry, so you could have a curry chicken rice. In fact, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use curry. And right here. So I'll be back, and I'll tell you exactly how much I used, okay? 1 tablespoon. I put 1 tablespoon of curry in here. Mix it all up. Wait until it starts to boil. And then I'm going to add the rice. And so there we go. We're going to have a curry chicken / rice mixed together. So I'll come back when this starts boiling and I'll show you what else I do. And that's it. And now in about 15 minutes, when that's ready, I'm going to stick it back in the oven because it'll be cooler. And I want it to keep warm with my mushrooms. So when I cook, by the time my mushrooms are done and the chicken is done with the rice, it'll all be ready. And I can make bunny food, salad, whatever I want. I can have just carrots or celery, green peppers, everything raw. But that's what I did. And the reason I did the mushrooms like that, because a lot of people use pepperoni or something like that. I decided to use the chicken pieces because they're there, they're easy, they're accessible. Okay, So I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. So I just took everything out of the oven here, and I'm just fluffing up the rice here. And it's my curry rice and chicken. Check my mushrooms. And see, none of them are stuck to the bottom at all. So that's all good. I'll turn off the oven here. So yeah, that's how you make the my stuffed chicken mushrooms with tomato sauce and the curry rice with the chicken and the chicken flavoring. And you can add any other flavor if you wanted to, like some more chilies to the rice, or masala, which is an East Indian spice. You can add onions to it, jalapenos, everything fresh, of course, right? Add whatever you want. But this is ready, and it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm gonna eat. So have a good night. There's another show from Cooking Hot Roofer.